In the stillness of the desert, a miracle finally touched their home.
I can't believe it. Thank you, God. Our son.
A true miracle.
A year passed, and joy only grew sweeter. But long before Isaac was born, long before laughter filled this tent, there was only one man, one night, and one impossible promise. Abraham, do not fear. I am your shield, and your reward will be great. Look up at the heavens and count the stars if you can. So shall your descendants be. Trust me, for what I promise will surely come to pass. Abraham looked up at the countless stars, shining like diamonds across the night sky. Tears filled his eyes as the reflection of the heavens trembled within them. I trust you, Lord. Your promise is my hope. Guide me in your way. Thank you for your faithfulness. He believed the Lord, even though the promise seemed impossible, and because of that faith, God counted him as righteous. Many years passed. One hot afternoon, Abraham sat at the entrance of his tent near the great trees of Mamre. When he looked up, he saw 3 men standing nearby. He hurried to greet them, bowing low to the ground. Abraham went quickly to Sarah, who was inside the tent, and gently asked her to prepare food for their guests.
My love, there are 3 guests outside. Would you mind preparing some fresh bread and a meal for them?
Then he hurried to bring water for their feet, welcomed them into the cool shade of the great tree, and prepared his finest meal: fresh bread, milk, and a tender calf, offering his guests the very best he had.
I beg you, accept this food I have prepared for you.
We are deeply grateful for your hospitality.
But these were no ordinary visitors. They were messengers from heaven, and among them, the Lord himself appeared to Abraham. Later, the 2 angels would go on to the city of Sodom to rescue Lot, while the Lord remained to speak with Abraham. Far inside the tent, Sarah was kneading bread, her hands moving gently as she listened to Abraham's voice from outside. And then the Lord said, I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah your wife shall have a son. Sarah, who was 90 years old, laughed quietly to herself. She thought, after I am worn out and my Lord is old, will I now have this pleasure? But the Lord said,
Why did Sarah laugh? Is anything too hard for the Lord?
Though she had laughed at the impossibility of it, when asked by the Lord, Sarah replied softly, I did not laugh.
No, but you did laugh.
1 year later, and in time, just as God had promised, Sarah gave birth to a son. God has done the impossible. Abraham was 100 years old, and Sarah was 90. They named the boy Isaac, which means laughter, because God had turned their doubt and sorrow into joy. God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me.
God has done the impossible.
The joyful baby Isaac had grown into a young man, thoughtful and strong, walking in the ways his parents had taught him. Then, one day, God tested Abraham. Take your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah. offer him there as a burnt offering. Through the long, quiet night, Abraham could not sleep. He wrestled silently with the weight of what he had been commanded, his mind restless and full of turmoil. By the first light of dawn, his body was weary, yet he prepared to obey. Early the next morning, Abraham obeyed. He didn't argue. He didn't delay. He took Isaac, 2 servants, and a donkey loaded with wood. Together they set out toward the mountain. On the 3rd day, Abraham looked up and saw the place in the distance.
This is the place the Lord has chosen.
He said to his servant,
"Stay here with the donkey. The boy and I will go over there and worship, and then we will come back to you."
Isaac carries the wood on his back as Abraham walks beside him, holding the fire and the knife. He looks up at his father and asks,
The fire and wood are here, but where is the lamb for the offering?
My son, God Himself will provide the lamb.
With trembling hands, Abraham built the altar from stones, arranging the wood with silent resolve, each step a test of his unwavering faith. Isaac was bound, and he was placed upon the altar as the offering God had asked for, trusting his father completely. Abraham, Abraham, do not lay your hand on the boy. Now I know that you fear God, since you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. An angel of the Lord stops him and provides a ram for the sacrifice instead.
Lord, I thank you. You have provided. Jehovah Jireh.
Abraham offered the ram instead of his son. In that sacred moment when Isaac carried the wood and laid himself upon the altar, trusting his father completely, we glimpse something greater. A picture of the one who would one day willingly lay down his life for others, obedient even unto death. God provided the ram, sparing Isaac, and yet, in Isaac's willing obedience, we see a shadow of the love and sacrifice that would come through God's own Son, who would become the lamb for all the world. Through Abraham's unwavering faith and obedience, and through Isaac's willing trust, we behold the ultimate sacrifice to come, the Lamb who would lay down his life for all, showing perfect love and obedience.